So I know what I should be doing, but there's a difference between what I should be doing and what I am doing. What I should be doing at 5:23 a.m. is going to bed. What I am going to be doing, though, is I'm going to sit my ass down in this chair. I'm going to be doing a commentary on Howling 7, New Moon Rising, because Movie Guy 2005 wants to torture me. And he sent in a paid request as well, which was very nice of him. I know he wants me to also do a re-review, so I will probably do that after this, but that would have to be when I find my fucking brain, because it will jump ship in the middle of talking about this fucking movie. And once I find that brain and put it back into my head, I'll do the review after this. After finger popping my asshole, because I'd rather finger bang myself than talk about this fucking film. Yes, I'd rather finger bang my asshole and find the prostate than talk about Howling 7, New Moon Rising, because at least that would find pleasure, unlike this, which won't. I'm getting a big old drink of water for this, because I'm going to need it. Alright. For those who don't know, Howling 7 is one of the worst films I've ever seen in my life. But you know what? Let's just get it started, because there ain't going to be much to talk about, so I can talk about anything else. But I'm pause the beginning. How the hell you find this film? It was on YouTube at one point. I don't know if it will be at this recording. It's 1 hour, 29 minutes, and 52 seconds. 3, 2, 1, pressing play. And the version I'm watching, two fat asses, cartoons are watching, shaking hands, they open, and Allied Entertainment Presents. It's a statement, just like hell. Statement from hell. And we have that stupid guitar. And we have a dead body. Dead body in the desert, cars going up just for... These three people can't add. Jesus Christ, Mother of God. Now, from what I understand, the person they're looking at, they think is the werewolf in Howling 5, but then you find out it's not. It's someone else. It's a victim, and she pretended to be that girl. So she, the werewolf, is still out there, and you see her at the end, I guess. Mystery Woman. I love how there's like these different titles. Mystery Woman here, but it's New Moon. God, this shitty song. What even to talk about this damn film? So the film itself is directed by Clive Turner. This guy, for some reason, has a hard-on for The Howling, which I don't even like the first one. The first Howling, I like the special effects. That's pretty much it. I think the special effects are cool. Other than that, I don't find that interesting of a story. The stuff in the city could be cool, and if it was Dee Wallace and there was a serial killer and teamed up with like a cop, like Dee Wallace could be a journalist, whoever. Let's say from Alligator. I can't remember his name. Why can't I remember his name? Because this movie is seeping my fucking brain cells out. Robert Forster. Robert Forster's a cop like Alligator or other films he was in. And he's got to protect this woman from what they think is a serial killer. And then you find out the serial killer is a werewolf. Going around the city, whether New York or whatever, and killing people. The cops think he's a serial killer. Then the others... Dee Wallace, Robert Forster, find out it's a werewolf. It'd be a lot more interesting story than what the fuck I saw. I know people disagree. I disagree with them. Howling 2 is the only one I like. Sybil Danny's tits. Red Brown yelling and shooting werewolves in the face. And rock and roll. So Clive Turner, who worked on production on Howling 3, he wrote scripts for Howling 5 and I think 4. So I guess at one point with Howling 6, they wanted to film something back to back. But then they stopped that. But then they went, well, these films actually make money somehow. Again, I think the second one is the only good one. And it's dumb, goofy fun. So here's video footage from Howling 6. The Freaks. So apparently the werewolf from Howling 5 was watching the carnival from Howling 6. I keep wanting to say Halloween. Howling 6. Pretty much what they want to do was they said, let's make a film where we just take the footage from the other movies and we film a couple scenes and we make like a new movie out of it. Kind of like what seemed like the initial idea for Silent Night, Deadly Night 2 was. But then you had more of Eric Freeman, and Eric Freeman is the best part of that movie. Eric Freeman makes that film watchable. and funny in a bad way. Unlike this, which I find nothing funny about this. But yeah, Clive Turner, he's like, well, actually, I want to combine Howling 4, 5, and 6. That no one asked for. Because no one liked these movies. I know some people say they like Howling 5. I think that film sucks too. It's boring as shit. 6 was boring as shit. And 4 was boring as shit. With kind of a cool werewolf at the end, but you don't see enough of it. So yeah, Clive Turner is this... He directed this, but he also starred in it. Now, I read somewhere that there was this other director, and they had like a fight. They've had a fight over what the werewolf would look like, among other stuff, and that director quit, so this guy took over. And then apparently, like, shot half the film over in a couple days. Fucking looks like it. And apparently a big part of this movie was this director liked this pioneer town, which is in California, and thought, wow, the people are really weird and quirky, so I want to film them. Because for some reason he thought the world would like these people. But I don't. I'm sorry, if you live in Pioneer Town, I don't care. I don't like you. I don't like you because you're in this film. I don't like you because I thought you sucked in this movie. I don't like you because you can't act for shit. You don't have to like me. Because if I act in a movie, I can't act for shit either. That's why they don't put me in movies. And you shouldn't be put in the movies. These are the jokes. Pneumonia. I'd be worried about smallpox. Well, I'd be worried about diphtheria. You know what I'd be worried about? My fist in your fucking face. I'd be worried about that. How about that? Neither, because you don't have charm or good looks. Clive Turner. Which apparently he went back to Australia good. Australia probably don't want you either. Nobody in this film can act for shit. They try to make this film so overly complicated. That's what you want in a Howling film, especially a Howling 7, is an needlessly overcomplicated plot and fucking line dancing. Because we need a lot of line dancing. In the Shadow, too, is just depressing as fuck. Line dancing in the shadows. Because that's what I would do. Line dance in the fucking shadows. Apparently a lot of these people are the people in the town. You can tell, because they can't act for shit. I'm going to take your cowboy hat, I'm going to shit in it. Fuck you, Pappy, and I don't give a shit about your chili either, which will be later. Ooh, Pappy's chili. I don't give a fuck about Pappy's chili. Unless you eat it and explode, then I don't care. This guy really wants you to know he likes Harley Davidson, because not only does he have the bandana, but he's got the shirt as well. You hippie. Nobody can act natural in any fiber of their being or body. That's right. Now go clean the shitter. And fucking line dancer, just for some reason, I don't want to see line dancing in real life. And look at, they're like in a dark room. It's like a cult. If you don't do line dancing, why would you do it in the dark? This is like the most depressed cult ever. And they seem unhappy. Like, nobody's happy doing this except Clive Turner, because he's getting a fucking paycheck stealing. Wrote, directing, acting. He must have gotten some paycheck. So we find out here Ted has some kind of deal he's going on. And then this music sounds like if music had diarrhea. That's what this sounds like. But if music had an upset stomach. If you hire this guy, why are all three of you cleaning the floor? You would have one guy clean the floor, not all fucking three. I guess it's supposed to... I thought they stepped on the bud, but now they think it's a siesta. Okay, a guy takes a shot, then takes a beer. And then another guy does it. Isn't there like a third guy does it? Yes, there is. Like, this is what... Is this how Australians think comedy is? If you're an Australian, please let me know. Or you'd be like, no. I mean, no, fuck that. I like Crocodile Dundee 1 and 2. I can even watch 3. Crocodile Dundee 3 is fucking Oscar winner compared to this. I know this was shot in California, but the guy who made it is Australian. This is like the shittiest episode of Walker Texas Ranger that even Chuck Norris doesn't even want to be involved with. Chuck Norris is like... If Chuck Norris got a script for this, he would have retired much earlier than he did. This fucking guy with the glasses is like, you Australian champion? What stopped you, Ted? I don't know. What stopped you? Can't think of anything smart or decent. This lady got big tits. That's one positive. It is going to be a long story because this movie's 90 minutes long and worth fucking 9 seconds of your time. I know this got a bit following because of Joe Bob Briggs. It was on Monster Vision. And like, I think even Joe Bob Briggs is like, oh, here's footage from Howling 5. I think it is. Because I know that takes place in a castle. I think that's what this is, I think. But anyway, Monster Vision, I love Monster Vision. I wish there was a place that had all of them. I mean, just the segments with Joe Bob Briggs. Because I know there's some that are still missing. I should look that up after this. Like, is there a playlist that has every single one of them? But I think some of them are still missing. Some of them you still can't find, I think. But anyway. Apparently, there was high ratings for it. I think because... I really don't think it's because of the movie. Well, I would like to think it's because they like Joe Bob Briggs shitting on the film and being like, what the fuck is this? And is it confusing? Like, his comments were funny, not the movie. But I guess, people saw the film, they're just confused as to what? I guess it's the only Howling film without a DVD. I'm like, good. It didn't even deserve a VHS. And then Joe Bob's like, hey, ever think of getting like a Blu-ray and I'll do a commentary on it? I'm like, why, Joe Bob? This film don't deserve it. I thought you said he was a cowboy. Well, this movie's certainly heaping of cow shit. More shitty dancing, more shitty country music. Let's get bad acting, crap music, and crap line dancing. Or whatever the hell dancing this is. If two mud seals were fucking, it'd be better dancing. And then this guy with the glasses and the three jowls is like... This is supposed to be like the most boring fucking town in America. This is all they do. If this director thought this town and these people were interesting, no wonder this film's shit, because he has shit taste. He was wrong. Trust me, this town is not interesting. Unless it's foreclosed. Whole goddamn movie should be foreclosed. And like trying to combine Howling 5, which is this, and then 6, and like, it just doesn't. And then you're trying to put 4. It doesn't work because these films were never intended to link together. They were never intended. Just people just made shit up as they went along. So it's like when... I know there's that point in Halloween H2O, there was a script that tried to have the Jamie Lloyd character that Danielle Harris played. And to be honest, there's no way it would work and make sense. Because, what? Then by the fact that Jamie Lee Curtis's character abandoned a kid and didn't bother to check in on her, especially after she almost died in Halloween 4, and then just abandoned her, and then we're supposed to like this character who abandoned her daughter and didn't give a fuck to check up on her? No, how the hell could that fit and make you even like the Jamie Lee Curtis character? So yeah, it wasn't meant to be. You can't do it. Not everything fucking fits. What's this guy's fucking problem? You going back to the motel? Dude. Yes. And Clive Turner thought he could act too. That's even... Yeah, obviously he has more fucking hair than brain cells. Maybe you cut his hair, you find an empty fucking head. I don't care about. I don't care. Oh, you're being mean. I don't care. They were mean to me first. They were mean to me because they made this film exist, and I had to fucking watch it, and now I'm having to fucking watch it again. So the fact that it exists pisses me off. Because if it didn't exist, I would not down to pay request to rewatch this fucking film again, let alone when I watched it the first fucking time. So it's their fault for making such a shitty film. This dog's trying to run away from the film. I don't blame it. That dog's the best part of the movie. Come over here, dog. I don't even like dogs. Well, I'm more of a cat person. I love the pussy, and I like cats. Does urinal small? And they're talking about the size of urinals. Piss in your fucking head then. Piss your pants. You live in the West. Go outside and piss in a bush. More. Ooh, this girl learns how to play spoons. So what? I can play with the fucking bottle. You don't put me in a fucking film. I'm gonna be like Jeff Jarrett. I'm gonna take that fucking guitar and smash it on everyone's head. Yeah, you said I wrote that a long time ago because you're old as fuck. Just like most people in this film is old as fuck. And lame as fuck. And sound shitty as fuck. This is what I'm talking about. Nothing happens in this fucking film. People at urinals joking. Line dancing. Country singing. More line dancing. In the dark. And they don't even look happy. This is like an initiation for a cult. And why is it in the fucking dark? Why is it like in some empty warehouse it looks like? Go to the warehouse so we can line dance. This is like... This is what made people into Nazis, baby. Like before they did the Heil, they did the line dancing. God damn. Sorry, I'm at the... Well, actually, you know what? I'm emailing someone as I'm doing this. Thank God, because otherwise I'll fall asleep. What the hell are you doing in there? Well, not trying to act. Well, I mean, trust me, if you were in this film, your own mother wouldn't want to know you. Oh, now we have this shitty red point of view, crappy filter. Like, it wants to be Evil Dead, but it's not even fucking Evil Dead fuck. Even the animal wasn't even scared of it. The animal just went, huh? The fuck is that? I don't blame it. I wouldn't be scared of it either. Lady, just show your tits. I mean, that would make things just better. Wouldn't save the film, but it'd be better. Yeah, so Roger Null was the actual director, but Clive Turner kept telling him what to do, so it became his film, and Turner's name replaced Null on the directing credits. And Robert Null, I want to see what he's done. He's a visual effects guy. Oh, he's a visual... Wow. He's a visual effects supervisor on Kidnap with Halle Berry? Well, that guy died from shitty vision. The worst way to die, I guess. So yeah, this Robert Null, he was visual effects supervisor for I Know Who Killed Me, digital effects artist on Blood Diamond, Roto Illusion Arts on The Village, digital effects artist and Cheaper by the Dozen with Steve Martin, digital compositor on Exit Wounds with Steven Seagal. That guy got a shitload of money. That was probably the budget there. He probably kept most of it himself. Apparently he worked in the art department on Darkman. Try to see, did he actually direct anything? No, I want to... God damn it. So, Love Street, an episode of a TV show, and someone called Hard Time with people I don't know from 1996. By the way, this film gets a 1.8, so that shows you. Why would that picture be lying there? Just because the script is lazy as fuck? So apparently, this is the only time Clive Turner's done this. Apparently, again, this is rumor, I guess. John Howe of Howling 4, Clive Turner wrestled for control, and then reshot much of the film. So the guy credited for Howling 4, if this is right, he wanted to do one film, but then Clive Turner kept fighting him, and then Clive Turner reshot the film. So great. So that means he made Howling 4 a boring as fuck movie, and then he made this film a boring as fuck movie. What a great job, guy. Clive and Roger differ on the look of the werewolf. Clive Turner wanted the werewolf to resemble the one from Howling 4 that Steve Johnson did. The other director, Null, wanted to look completely different. The effects team tried to please both. Then they tried to make an original design on their own, which tried to be a bit like Rob Bottin's The Howling effects. The original idea was to make the film entirely out of footage from Howling 4, 5, and 6. But instead, here was just used for a couple of flashbacks. And he shot 40 to 50% of the film over a 3-day period after filming initially wrapped in late 1990. Well, yeah, he probably got a bunch of people and said, yeah, go just dance. Hey, guys, just talk. Hey, let's just have a beer. Just do this, just do that. So, the original director wanted to make a werewolf movie set in a small town. I know, lo and behold, a Howling film be a werewolf movie. Clive Turner wanted to make a character-driven story focused on the hillbilly community in the small town and less on the werewolf. He was wrong! Because this town is boring as shit. Apparently Joe Bob Bruce received letters from Pioneer Town residents after showing the film on Monster Vision. He actually traveled to Pioneer Town to learn more about the film's bizarre production. Joe Bob Bruce claims that Pioneer Town was originally built as a film set for westerns, but was later completely abandoned after the western genre declined in the 60s. Pioneer Town was later settled by bikers, and a bar was established as the only real business in the town. He claimed that Howling 7 was the first movie to be shot in Pioneer Town in probably 20 years. The song in the film Stand Up, performed by Claude Pappy Allen, was a one-hit wonder from decades prior. There's a reason why no one listened to that fucking song again. So there's more footage from Howling 5. Which I know some people like Howling 5 because they looked at it as... I mean, it's better than this. I mean, just the stuff you're seeing here is better than what we're seeing in Howling 7. But it's pretty much like... Well, okay, whether you want to call it 10 Little Indians or And Then There Was None... The stories where you get one location, people get killed one by one, usually either in a dark house or one setting. As some would say, those are kind of the initial ideas of murder mysteries and possibly even slashers as well. But I know some people like the castle setting. It's better than this, but I mean, like I said, the only Howling film I liked is the second one. See, that's stupid and goofy, but fun. Nothing about this is fun. Nothing about this is scary. Nothing about this is creepy. And for people to say so bad it's funny, it's too fucking boring for that. Like, it's not Samurai Cop, that's more, or even Troll 2 or other, like, those are more fun. Sound of Deadly Night 2, yeah, got Eric Freeman giving the performance of a special lifetime. This... Some guy giving another guy these speeches that are just so convoluted to try to link these films together. Or Clive Turner hanging out with the townsfolk. That's all we've had. For 30 minutes. No, I'm the one making fun of you. Maybe he was ready to jerk off. None of your business, lady. I sure he was outside that man. Maybe the guy was jerking it and Clive Turner wanted to watch. Mind your business. And what the fuck you barely cooked and shit. And you looked like so uncomfortable, like the most uncomfortable I've ever seen someone try to deal with fucking dough. What the hell is she stirring? Stir my balls in your mouth, movie. You heard something. I hope it's cut. Fuck was this guy's accent? Hello, why you wear your checkered shirt? Fuck was this guy's accent? Hello, buddy, where... Like a hillbilly wannabe Where's Waldo? So much exposition for stupid reasons. Just no one cared to see Howling 4, 5, and 6 connected. No one asked for it. What is it with people, even back then or now? We're gonna give you someone that you never fucking wanted. I don't know one person on earth that said, I want Howling 4 and 5 and 6 to connect, god damn it. Said no one, ever, in any lifetime. What the fuck? Oh my god. 3 years it takes for a werewolf to reach maturity? Yeah, just pull this shit out of your ass. Why not? It takes 3 years for a werewolf to be mature. Like, Jesus Christ, man. Out of your ass. You know, I'll pull some out of my ass like a monkey and throw it at your face. I don't want to hear about it either, dude, but we're both shit out of luck. So 3 years it becomes mature, and then it can turn others into werewolves. Sure. Okay. Oh no, not George Jones. I like this fucking music that thinks it's like cutesy, whatever the hell. Jesus Christ. Trust me, everybody's Dr. Raccoon in this fucking film. Nobody's gonna do it. I like guitar music, but this sucks. This is one of those films that just has nothing good going for it. It has a tedious pacing. Let's make a werewolf film with no fucking werewolves in it. There's one shitty POV that could have been a fucking Marmaduke or a fucking bat or a fucking abominable fucking snowman for all we know. And shitty red filter light vision. That's the only thing you've had in almost half the fucking film. 36 minutes. We got 53 minutes left. That's all we've had. Because God forbid you want a werewolf in your werewolf movie. I know it's so strange to have werewolves in a Howling film. I guess for Clive Turner, he thought the town is so much more interesting than the werewolf. No, it's not. If I was in this town, I want to throw my head through a fucking jukebox. I would get drunk and I don't even drink. And this guy's like the worst actor. Oh my fucking God. So the joke was, he joked and said, he's into necrophilia and bestiality while I'm plugging a dead horse. Nice outfit. Will you steal that from Charlie Brown? So this guy's so dumb as fuck he can't spell water. Like, these jokes, like, how are these jokes? Jokes are meant to be fucking funny. What? Damn, not many times you'll have someone say the word that rhymes with maggot. So another running joke is, who's George Jones? Who's George Jones? Trust me, nobody in this movie is smart, so you're not alone. Like, what is like this guy? Like the actor said, "You lost my money. You lost my fair share." What are you, Polish? Maybe that's what happened. Maybe everybody got drunk, and that's why this movie is nothing. Everyone like got drunk, then they shot the film, and that's why nobody does anything because they couldn't do anything. They're just too fucking drunk to do anything. We didn't even get a fucking bar fight. Yeah, because we need to hear Pappy sing, guys. We need to hear Pappy sing. That's what's been missing. We haven't had enough singing. This is where the song Stand Up supposedly was a one-hit wonder back to the day. I never heard the goddamn song before. Must not have been that big of a hit. Stand up. Stand up and testify. Yeah, I'll testify in a court of law as to why I went on a rampage. Because I sat down and watched this fucking movie to Howling 7, Blue Moon Rising. And I would get off just like Diddy did. Diddy or didn't he? I didn't do shit just like Diddy didn't do shit. So we both get off. Well, he did off in different ways. I did off without the baby oil. But this would make you go on a fucking rampage. And no one would want to stand up and testify. Just be like, oh, he saw that movie? Yeah, I get it. I sympathize. Because if I sat through the fucking movie, I'd go on a rampage too. How about you stand up and get the fuck out of the room? Which is what I would be doing 5 minutes into the film. 5 minutes into the film, I'd be doing it. God, this film fucking blows assholes. Such a piece of shit. So God, now we're back to this cop and this priest that's just exposition to try to link up the other films. Because werewolves can take the... That's another thing. So it takes 3 years for them to mature. They take the body of another person, which apparently is what happened. So they take the body of another person, 3 years to mature. They only do it on Tuesdays. They only eat fried chicken and waffles. They only shit in an outhouse because they can't do it inside. They only fuck on Wednesdays and lit feet on Fridays. They only drink malt liquor and eat sugar and spice and everything. Not nice. I can make up fucking rules myself too, dude. Doesn't make it worth the shit. I'm gonna do a vampire movie, but the teeth grow every other week, and you can only bite people on Wednesdays. And you have to bite them on their balls. And if you want to turn into a vampire, you gotta suck their dick. There you go. That'd be the movie. Succula. He turns people into vampires by sucking their dicks. With how shitty the light is, I can't even tell who the fuck died. Like, so fuzzy. Did he work on this before? There's a lot of Vaseline, like baby oil on there. I guess it's the... Did he not Clive Turner down, or is that another guy? Well, it's cheaper to just film a guy running. Just you don't need to film special effects for that. And just have this shitty fucking red look. Yeah, so he knocked out Clive Turner. Could you stay knocked out, dude, and not direct the rest of the film? That'd be nice. I hate this fucking film so much. I hate this fucking film so much. It is still one of the most boring, worst movies I've ever seen in my life. I kid you not. It is one of the worst. No more of the shitty music and terrible fucking... Oh no, the dust on the pappy's chili. Oh, spaghettios. Poor baby. The dust is in the chili. What will we do? Shit. This guy, you know, he catches on quick. Hey, there's dirt in the chili. No wonder. I'm glad you were able to put one foot in front of the other, called walking, too. So Pappy is pretending to drink water. Cause that's what you know. That's how it always goes. You find a dead body, you just go, let's just bury him. Don't bother calling the cops. Don't bother telling anybody. Yeah, just bury him. I'll remember that next time if I find a dead body. Yeah, just it may be the dumbest or smartest I ever thought of, but yeah, just bury him. I think I'll go with the dumbest. Like Clive Durham is like he thinks he's fucking Crocodile Dundee. He thinks he's Paul Hogan, but he ain't. Crocodile Dundee in Los Angeles is way better than this. I'm being serious on that. I don't hate that film either. It's watchable. Compared to this, fuck yeah, but it's not as good as the first two. The first I love, though. Or you go ahead and faint so you don't have make any more of this fucking shitty movie. Pretend nothing happens in this goddamn movie. I don't keep it playing, but I'm not listening to this fucking music right now. I'll just let it play for now, because I've seen the film before, so... And you're not missing anything by listening to this shitty fucking dialogue. Plus, I think this is coming up with the fart scene, too. And there's the water heater. I know water heater, I know. Just a sigh. Yeah, just a... He's walking around eating the beans, and Clyde's like, ha ha ha. More like, they gave me money to shoot this piece of shit. Ha ha. My God, I can't believe they gave me money to do this. Ha ha ha. I got the money to do this. This shows you, man. I have to wonder, the company that was behind financing this stuff, what were they thinking? They literally must have went and said, Clive Turner, you do whatever you like. How does a director get carte blanche like that to do whatever they want? Granted, I get it. It's Howling 7. Who gives a shit? But you would think, okay, we need this to make some money. It could be cheap, but we need to make some money so we can maybe make another or so. But they really didn't give a flying fuck with this. Not a goddamn bit. It's crazy, man. It's fucking crazy. It's crazy. Like, my fucking God, man, in heaven. God, this is so fucking... I can't help it, man. This is so goddamn annoying. So goddamn irritating. Jesus Christ, on a pedestal of shit. With Pappy, and Pappy's chili. And I'm gonna keep it playing. I'm gonna get my fucking phone. Yeah, I know dog run away from this movie like I'm doing right now. I'm gonna get my fucking phone where the hell I put it. Where did I put my fucking phone? Where did I put my fucking phone? Lost my damn phone. I'll keep this movie playing. I'm gonna look for my phone because that is more important. Did I put it over here? It's the... Oh, they're talking more. I'm not missing a goddamn thing. Never mind. They're just talking more and shit. I ain't missing a fucking thing. Did I put it over here? Fuck. Don't worry, I still over here. There's not a goddamn thing happening in this fucking movie. Oh, there it is. Got the phone. That's more important than this fucking piece of shit. Tell you that much. This would be the first walkout in commentary history. Close. Close. Oh, wow, I come back and more fucking dancing. Because we didn't have enough line dancing. Wow, what'd I miss? Oh, more line dancing. Well, more, not line dancing, but more dancing. All they're doing is just dancing. See, I don't even need the headphones on. I could fall asleep and not miss a goddamn thing. Just dancing. All they're doing is dancing. And they talk about nothing. And they dance some more. And they talk about nothing again. Talk more about nothing and more shitty dancing. God damn, man. God damn. Now Clive and it's like Clive I just trying to get laid. This is like Clive Turner's point of view, his headspace. I get to star in a film. I get to be a leading man. I get to be a director. And I get to be romantic and get the girl or whatever. And he didn't deserve it. What did he do to deserve this? He wrote a script for Howling 4 and Howling... What? He wrote shitty scripts to shitty movies. So you get rewarded. Like, why in Howling 4, let alone this, why did he get this power to overtake and redo productions? Who gave him that power? And why is it every time I see a dog, it's a different fucking dog? I know it's a small bit, but it's funny. I never see the same dog. I always see a different fucking dog. Oh my god, man. I'm just so fucking... I feel like I want to fart in this movie's face. This is another thing, is they tried to connect Howling 4 to this. So, like, this lady's, like, Howling 4. Like, really? You don't try to connect that movie? Really? I'm surprised since the Marsupials is, you know, Australian, that he didn't connect Howling 3. Or, you know, the first one. My guess is, you know, it's whatever they had the rights to use footage and stuff. God, this... man. Sometimes you just go... What the fudge? What the fudge? It's like, dude, we don't give a fuck about you, man. We don't care. You ought to know. I know I'm not doing them for breathing heavy, but that's what this fucking movie gets you to, man. It does. You just go, fuck, fuck. And no, not a whole lot's fucking happening still. Not a whole lot. And then trying to link this girl to this. It's so stupid to link that to it, man. It really is. Fucking dumb. Like, why? But I guess... I think it's the same actress, too. I guess she's like, well, I mean, what other work I'm getting? For all you big, hardcore Howling 4 fans. But it's like, hey, we got footage of this, so we could use this as well. We got footage of 4, 5, and 6, so use that. Now you see this melting bit, which was a decent part of the movie, Steve Johnson effects, and we don't show that again because it was a decent effects, which is more than in the actual fucking film. It's funny how the best special effects is from a flashback. I mean, I wouldn't say it's American Werewolf in London, but I mean, it's trying at least. And that's like the only time you see the werewolf. Or bits of it. Oh. So you see bits of the werewolf there. And that's the thing, like, this bit is the only interesting part of Howling 4. Because, like, nothing happens in the build-up. Because it's just Howling 4 is supposed to be like the book of the Howling. Because the book of the Howling was one thing. Then they made the movie and there were some changes. And then that was successful. Then you had Howling 2, Howling 3, with the weird marsupial stuff. Then Howling 4, the original Nightmare is... Original as in, we're going back to the original source material, and it's like, is it? Is it really based on the book? And I don't even like the first one, but you just made a shitty version of the first film where there's barely any werewolves in it. But even those bits at the end is more than what this fucking film has. Which is even sadder. Oh my fucking god. I feel like... It doesn't like this character get hypnotized or die or something like that. I can't even remember. Can't even remember. Cannot remember, man. Oh, I'm sorry, I don't have my headphones on, so I missed more singing. Because there's, hey, do you have more fucking singing? Because I would want that for some reason. Fuck no. Why the hell would I want more of that? This fucking movie, man. This movie. This fucking movie. Kumbaya fucking ya, my lord. I don't give a shit what song they're singing. It ain't worth the shit anyway, because none of it is worth shit. It's like Brooks and Dunn's Wet Dream. That's like wannabe Reba McEntire mixed with Goldie Hawn. Here's I don't know. I want to say Alan. Can't remember the damn fucking country singer's name. Starts with Alan. Because I'm not even a big country music guy. It depends. I don't mind the Garth Brooks song at the end of Frequency with Dennis Quaid. That's a good song. There's a few songs here and there, I don't mind, or even I like, but I don't go out of my way to listen to country songs. I love The Gambler by Kenny Rogers. That might be my favorite country song, actually. That or the song from Frequency. There's 24 minutes left. What has happened in the movie, guys? What actually has fucking happened? Nothing has happened in the movie. And my cat's fucking moaning and crying. One of the cats. Yeah, I know too, but you ain't watching this shit like I am, so shut the fuck up, cat. You have nothing to whine about. You have food, you got water, and you don't have to watch this shitty fucking movie. So shut up. God damn this fucking thing, man. I swear. I fucking swear, I fucking swear, I fucking swear. This fucking movie. Maybe these cops are here to take me away. They'll take me away, hoo-ha, hee-hee. Take me away, hee-hee, hoo-ha. Well, take that fucking guy away, Clive Turner. It's his fault. He's the culprit. Rest his ass. He deserves it. I'm just laughing just the way Clive Turner's like his acting of being taken away by a cop. So then there's this vast open garage, like the biggest fucking garage, and guess the cop has no police station or anything to actually take the guy to. They can't afford a police station here. That literally is what it says for the plot. In Pioneer Town, California, a number of livestock and people have been killed mysteriously and appears to be the work of a large animal. You don't really get to see any of that, though. A woman's decayed corpse is found in the desert, and the detective investigating the case determines that the body is that of a woman called Mary Lou Summers from Howling 5, and you find out it's not her. Seeking assistance with the matter, the detective speaks to a Catholic priest. He believes werewolves are a result of demonic possession, and certain the recent killings are the work of a werewolf. Around the time the killings began, a mysterious Australian drifter, Ted Smith, this guy, Clive Turner, recently arrived in town and began working at the local bar. The priest attempts to convince the detective that a werewolf is the culprit. Priest claims that his information goes back 500 years is all true. Castle in Hungary that was the site of a mass murder-suicide after the first massacre in 1489. The Spanish Inquisition declared the castle to be under the control of Satan and attempted to burn it down. However, this failed. The castle was then boarded up for 500 years until the communist government of Hungary decided to reopen it in 1987. In 1989, a group of tourists arrived and were subsequently killed before the castle burned to the ground. So, Howling 5. Hungarian government then covered up the incident. Ted begins to mingle with the local townsfolk, secretly recording his own enigmatic agendas into a tape recorder in his hotel room. Townsfolk begin to suspect Ted is behind the killings, thus this cop. The priest and detective interview a local woman, Marie Adams, who had years earlier survived a werewolf attack in the town of Drago, Sally, not Ivan Drago, Howling 4. It says here she's later killed by the werewolf, which I guess maybe they say that in dialogue or something. The priest and the cop learned that 3 years ago a castle in Budapest, Hungary had burned down. This came directly after the entire group of people was killed there. Father, 3 years is how long it takes for a werewolf to fully mature and develop new abilities. Thus, I could look like other people, among other shit. Town's against Ted. He attempts to flee town with the local woman, who gives him a ride. Cheryl reveals herself to be the werewolf, and that her real name is Mary Lou, and the body in the desert was the real Cheryl. She reveals she was the one behind the castle massacre 3 years prior. She announces her intent to kill Ted and frame him as the werewolf, then leaves town to start over. She attempts to kill Ted with a shotgun to realize it's been loaded with blanks. Ted, the cop, had set her up. She transferred to a werewolf form and attempts to escape. Well, you barely see any of that shit. The townsfolk shoot. Whole situation behind them. Ted returns to the bar with the rest of the townsfolk, and they have a dance as a way to apologize for accusing him of being the werewolf. That's how all apologies go. Let's dance. Then Ted takes the mic and sings a song for everybody. Of course. Because that's how it always goes. That's how it always goes, doesn't it? So they have Clive Turner locked up. You leave, we'll shoot your silver bullets, but we know he's not the killer. Especially here, now we see the monster's fuzzy ass. So that's the girl from Howling 4, and she's been killed. I think the first time I saw this, I barely remember Howling 4, and it's so goddamn fuzzy, I couldn't tell who the fuck that was that got killed. So yeah, apparently that red filter fuzzy shit, it was the girl in Howling 4 that they interviewed, and she died because we heard her scream off screen. Why even do that? I mean, granted, there's no fans for Howling 4, but imagine if you're one of the few and only people that liked Howling 4. Then you watch this and you go, wow, well, that girl survived for nothing. She just died from this werewolf off screen? And for what purpose? Like, there's no special effect. There's no, ooh, ah, reaction gift from the audience. And there's not even a reason to kill her because she's already told these guys about it. And unless the werewolf decides to go to these guys, it doesn't fucking matter. And plus, especially when they think he's the fucking killer. So, fell off her balcony and broke her neck. So there's the girl from Howling 4. I think when I first saw this, I was so in the realm of not giving a fuck that I'm like, whatever, some girl's dead, who cares? I really did feel that way. I really did. It's funny because this priest is so gun ho and yet he's wrong, so that's funny. It'd be like Dr. Loomis, you know, he's so gun ho about something, then you find out he was wrong the whole time. You know, just kind of a weird feeling to all that. And I mean, thankfully, we only have 13 minutes left of this. So let's really get into the heart of the matter in this. You're making this film. What are you trying to accomplish? Because it's one thing you just say it's a paycheck. But no, he wrote, directed, starred in this. And the fact that he went back and reshot half the film, if you're just doing it for a paycheck, then you just finish the film, whatever it is, you put it out there and whatever. You don't go back to reshoot half the film unless you're like, you're caring a little bit more about it than just the paycheck. So that means this director must have really loved these people for some reason, really wanted to, I guess, represent them or whatever. But again, when you watch this, I don't get what you could even get out from this. Endless upon endless exposition discussions are trying to put three movies together that were never meant to be together because they were all individual tales with different characters, different settings, different situations happening. So you're trying to thrust these three stories together into your new fourth one. And these endless expositions, it's like either A, people don't give a shit, or B, it's just convoluted and confusing and what? What? And it's not interesting. It's not intriguing. It's not fun. It's not fascinating. It's not funny. It's not exciting. The only special effects we've seen is from a flashback from Howling 4. The only werewolf kills we've seen has been a POV, fuzzy and red, that you can't tell what the fuck is happening, that goes after some redneck guy, or the woman from Howling 4 that cuts away, we hear her scream. There might have been one more time, I already forgot. That's all you've seen. There's been the minimal amount of werewolf in a film that's supposed to be about werewolves. And then you try to like make up shit about 3 years it takes to mature, and now they can change how they look, so this person looks like this person now, and what the fuck else? And I'm supposed to give a flying fuck about this. Because I certainly don't. Ooh, the townsfolk is mad at him, but don't worry, they'll apologize with some more dancing. Dance, dance, dance the night away, won't we? Because that's all we can do is fucking dance. Da da dance, 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 da da dance. Just got to dance. I mean, what is, like, for, if people, like, who the fuck was that lady? Upstairs Lupa, who's a YouTube reviewer, saying that this is the only, like, Howling sequel she liked? Like, it's bad, but it's, like, so bad as, no, there's nothing funny about it. I mean, it's easily the worst. It's the most boring. It's the most incompetent. It's the most poorly acted. And it just. Okay, this, like. Howling 2 I liked because that's fun. That's a fun sequel. Goofy, stupid, but that's a fun one. The third one is terrible, but at least you have the weirdness of the whole marsupial thing. And it's like trying to be like comedic, and it's just strange and weird and what the fuck kind of quality, which is more than this. 4, at least you have a thread of Steve Johnson effects. Not nearly in it enough, among other stuff, but the barest minimum. 5, some, you just say the atmosphere of the castle, and if you like the kind of murder mystery, getting 10 little Indian vibe to it. Howling 6, you got Bruce Payne. I like Bruce Payne. He was the bad guy in Passenger 57. He was in Full Eclipse, which is a fun one with Mario Van Peebles. That's a werewolf. That's a good werewolf film. Full Eclipse. Such a better werewolf film. That deserves a new release. Rest in peace to Anthony Hickox. But Full Eclipse. Patsy Kensit from Lethal Weapon 2. Bruce Payne is your main villain. Mario Van Peebles is about a cop that sees his unit. They're kind of like, they go out like they're cops, but they go out, it's like a vigilante squad, like a special unit, and then he finds out that they're werewolves. And then like Mario Van Peebles kind of is trying to get seduced by Patsy Kensit in it, and so he starts to slowly become one, but then he fights in. I mean, that's a film that's a fun for what it is. It's not a high budget film, but entertaining in its B-movie level. Entertaining is the word of the day. There's been a shitload of bad werewolf films. There's more bad than good werewolf films. To me, werewolf films that are good, Dog Soldiers #1. I like Silver Bullet. I like Full Eclipse. I like Bad Moon, despite some of the awful morphine effects. But thankfully there's only a little bit. So yeah, Dog Soldiers, Silver Bullet. What would I say? Full Eclipse, Bad Moon. I liked An American Werewolf in London for what it is. It's not a favorite of mine, but I liked it. Like I said, there's not a lot of good ones. I mean, Howling 2, I guess. It'd be hard to make the top 10. I don't like Wolf. It's better than this, but I don't like Wolf. I don't like the other Howling films. I don't like The Wolf Man with Del Toro. I'm not even big on the original Wolf Man. I prefer The Invisible Man and Dracula and Frankenstein, those other movies. I mean, I could watch the original Wolf Man. It's way better than this. Yeah, I could watch it, but I wouldn't say I love it. I never saw Teen Wolf. I know, I just never grew up with it. There was like Full Moon High. I didn't see that film. Project Metal Beast was disappointing because, wow, a werewolf, but it's also kind of made of metal. That could be kind of cool and fun, and they do nothing with the idea. That one Night Wolf, which I remember I reviewed that, and everyone said it reminds them of the Mortal Kombat character. Yeah, Night Wolf, but sadly it's not that. That's a horrible movie, but this is worse. I never saw the new Wolfman, but everyone said it was bad. And what's happening right now is just, oh, this girl Cheryl is actually Mary Lou, and she took this body, and so that dead body is the girl she took, and she's going to frame this guy. I'm going to frame you, and they don't think you're the werewolf. This is where you find out it was blanks. And the cop was working the whole time. Because remember, the priest thought Ted did it, but the cop had his suspicions. Like he's fucking Columbo. If it was actually Columbo, then this might have been worth a fuck. Look at this. This is like the worst effect. The worst werewolf effects I've ever seen. The worst effects. I look at that. That's a dollar store mask. You have, like, you have the worst morphing effects. And she looks like if a werewolf was a grandma with Down syndrome. And then you see it up close of like a dollar store mask. Goes through a door and you just hear a bunch of gunshots. And now we're back to singing. 'Tis it cares more about singing songs than werewolves. It cares more about singing songs and dancing than telling a story with any excitement, action, effects, entertainment, or fun. 'Tis it thinks you love these characters this goddamn much. And I don't. I never want to see Pioneer Town again. I never want to go there. I don't want to be there. I don't want to be near there. I don't want to be in the same state they're in. I hope I never see this fucking film again. I wish this film was never made. I wish this film would burn in hell. I could suck a fucking fat dick and drink it. Whatever comes out. Milk or lemonade, I don't give a fuck. It deserves both. Because it melts your soul dry and it pisses you off. Fuck this fucking movie. Fuck this film. I don't care about him singing and dance for the next minute. He just sing himself right to the unemployment line. And yeah, I'm fucking done. I'm done. I'm finished. Finito. No more wire hangers, all that jazz. It just, goddamn, it's. Where did I put it on my list? The worst films I've ever seen, I put it at number 12. For those curious, the other 11 were 1. A Serbian film, 2. August Underground Mortem, 3. Alien 3, because I love aliens so much, that's why I passionately hate that film, 4. Things, 5. Feeders, 6. In Our Garden, 7. Feeders 2, 8. Alien Beasts, 9. Fateful Findings, a Neil Breen film, 10. The Wet Ones, a 2.5-hour movie that's just a guy placing dolls to tell a story. Number 11, Twisted Pair, another Neil Breen film, and then number 12, Howling 7, New Moon Rising. I hate this fucking film. I hate this fucking movie, man. I hate this goddamn fucking movie. And now I gotta review the fucking film. So we'll see you guys in a bit. Later.